let's talk about steroids. If you're on the fence or just wondering why someone would say no, here's a video for you. Hello, I'm Mark South, Excalibur and Power. Let's talk about steroids. So you think I'm about to bash people on steroids? I'm not. This isn't going to be yet another video of some natural guy saying how terrible steroids are and how much better you are for not taking them. Thinking you're on some sort of pedestal over the enhanced guys. Being a pro bodybuilder basically requires it. Being an actor who's taking steroids to look like a character, literally giving years of their life for art, isn't necessarily a shameful thing. Although yes, it shouldn't be glorified. Or even if they're just some normal guy who wants to see how jacked they can get on gear, see the limits of their potential. Assuming they know all the risks, it's up to them and the law. However, if you're on the fence or just wondering why someone would say no, here's a video for you. Here's a brief overview of the negatives. These vary for each compound they're taken, but let's begin. Hormonal shutdown, reducing the natural testosterone produced in the body. Gynecomastia, or gyno. This is when breast tissue grows in males because of estrogen conversion. Acne and oily skin. This is especially seen on the back and shoulders because of excess androgens. Hair loss. Accelerated male pattern baldness, especially in genetically prone users. Mood swings and aggression. The classic roid rage. Increased irritability and instability. Cardiovascular risk. Increased blood pressure. Thickening of the blood, leading to an increased risk of heart attacks. Increased liver toxicity, especially with oral compounds like anadrol or winstrol. Now let's go into a few specific compounds. The big one, tren. Although the memes are funny, the downsides aren't. Tren cough. The mythical tren cough. A severe coughing fit which occurs suddenly after injecting. Also, insomnia and increased anxiety. For dianabol or D-bol, increased water retention. And also, because it's an oral compound, increased liver toxicity. Winstrol. Usually used at the end of a bodybuilding prep to drain the water from the body. It also drains the water from joints, which can increase joint pain and lead to injuries from that. And with all of these, the physical effects, the mental effects, nothing quite compares to the damage in the wallet. Some of it can be expensive, I've heard. I was certain I was going to take steroids, but I didn't. Here's why. I gave myself 10 years. 10 years of research, work, and doing the most optimal training I could, dialing in both the training and the diet. And after those 10 years, I would decide whether to or not. I thought maybe my natural genetic limit wouldn't get me to where I wanted to be. But then, I realised I was just happy with my physique anyway. So there'd be no point taking all the extra risk. Although yes, I do understand that by the standards of the modern fitness industry, I look like I've never walked into the gym. But I actually just don't care about comparing myself to the genetic anomalies, the people who have the 1 in a million genetics. Another big reason was, I didn't want what I'd earned to just go away. I didn't like the idea of having to upkeep what I was doing with TRT after the fact. I knew that for me, there'd be no taking a small amount. It would be all or nothing. So I'd rather go with nothing, instead of ending up in a body bag, you know. Especially as a personal trainer, I don't want to be lying to people. I wouldn't want to claim to be natural if I wasn't. So the easiest way to avoid that is to just be natural. The internet always finds out anyway. All these fake Nazi influencers, they all get exposed eventually. Although if anyone actually fell for the Liver King, come on. And this is talking about taking steroids for strength or aesthetics, not necessarily for health reasons. That's a separate topic. If you are debating the choice, just ask yourself, would you still enjoy training if you didn't use it? If the answer is yes, then it's already a win. And if the answer is no, why would you continue to do something that you don't enjoy? You only feel a sense of achievement if you've actually earned it. And don't want to feed into the nonsense that people on steroids haven't earned it, because obviously they have. They could just go further and at an easier rate than everyone else. So even if you don't take steroids, but you want someone to accuse you of it, so then you can feel good about yourself for the next few days, and then keep on thinking about that same memory. Coaching link below. Go to excaliburandpower.com to lift your limits and forge your future.